everyone, I'm Sanjali, UX lead at One Thing Design. We're a dedicated experience design studio, and on this channel, we talk about everything and anything under the umbrella, be it culture, design, business, and more. Today we're going to learn about how to conduct user interviews like a pro. In user experience design, everything is driven by a story. Our story here today starts with understanding the business and identifying the target audience. Next, you create assumption-based personas. Moving on to defining a clear strategy for your user interview cycles. Then you begin scheduling all those interviews. Next, you actually go and conduct those interviews. And lastly, you gather all your insights and create your research report and verified personas. Let's start from the first point, which is to understand our business and identify our target audience. The business, product or brand is a great starting point. These are the guys that can best inform you on who their target audience is. It is extremely critical to understand what classification your TA falls under. You need to set constraints like gender, ethnography, geography, etc. depending on the kind of brand or product you're working with. The next step is to create assumption-based personas. Personas are a great tool in the designer's toolkit. They help you understand user behavior and identify great opportunities and needs and wants. What is imperative for you to include in this user persona is the user's expectations from the product, his goals, the kind of technology that the user uses, and any kinds of wants and needs. What do you do next? You create the strategy to conduct these user interviews. Take your assumed personas and start building a detailed script that includes mostly open-ended questions. Make sure that you divide the script into clear sections, starting with an introduction and an agenda setting, moving on to questions about the user, their behavior, their interaction with the product, and any other testing tools that you might be including. Another thing to keep in mind is the actual channel that you're conducting your interview with. There's offline and online. If it is an offline interview, then make sure that you consider the environment in which you're going to be placing the individual. If it is an online interview, then you need to consider lots of different parameters. These days, there are a lot of options. You can choose from Zoom, Google Meets, a telephonic interview, Skype, anything and everything. Choose what best suits your need of the hour and what your users are comfortable using. Lastly, a great part of your strategy is your script, and your script is your Bible. So make sure that you design your questionnaire intuitively. There are two kinds of questions you can add in. A. Questions that help you get a better introduction or build a better rapport with the individual. And B. That questions you actually need answers to, that are product, brand or experience driven. Make sure you add a good set of both of these questions so that you make the interviewee feel comfortable while getting all your answers in one bucket. When you reach out to these users, ensure that they understand the full context of this assignment. They need to know that they're critical to ensuring that this product redesign is successful. In many scenarios, it may happen that you call up 200 people requesting for an interview. Only 50 pick up and only 20 agree to be interviewed. What do you do next? You set incentives. It's a win-win for us and for them. Speak to the client, have internal discussions, and shell out some vouchers or fun goodies so that the users are also interested in coming in and being a part of this activity. Now comes the fun part, actually conducting these interviews. There are a few things that you should keep in mind before you start conducting these interviews. Number one, your number of interviewees will depend on the kind of project that you're working on. However, as per latest trends, it's possible that after 8 to 10 users, the answers begin to repeat. Number two, it is extremely important that the user feels comfortable while answering your questions. Too many cooks spoil the broth. Keep it to one moderator who's directly communicating with the user. You can have one or two additional observers that are not a key part of the conversation. Number 3, reset the context, make all the necessary introductions, and ensure that the user knows that if they're uncomfortable answering any of the questions, you can definitely skip on to the next one. Now comes the exciting part, actually conducting these interviews. There are a few things to keep in mind while you are conducting a user interview. Number 1, your body language and facial expressions really matter. Make sure you're in a comfortable space so that you can communicate with the user in the optimal manner. Keep smiling and keep nodding in affirmation at the user's answers. Number 2, let the user take the limelight. Let them talk it out and help them to illustrate their thoughts better. Keep on affirming them, do not negate anything they're saying, and ensure that if the conversation is for 40 to 45 minutes, you are only speaking for 10% of that time. Number 3, it may so happen that you deviate from the script. It's completely natural. Keep the conversation flowing, pick up on some of the pointers that the users are saying, and ask them to elaborate on the same. And then eventually draw them back in and follow your script. Number 4, don't rush the user and don't interrupt them. Let them finish what they're talking about and then guide them by repeating their answers and then giving them suggestions. You're almost there. However, there are some sanity checks that you should keep in mind before you close your entire interview exercise. Reach out to the users, thanking them for being a part of this interview and send them their incentives promptly. Your conduct during this interview is not only a reflection of you as a designer, but also your team, the business and the product that you're working for, and the entire UX industry. So make sure you do your very best. So what do you do with all of this information once your interview cycles are complete? You collate all your insights and your learnings into one report documentation, and then you recreate those assumed personas by verifying them and ensuring all of the information that you now add is actually coming from real users and real data. This information, which is the user's behavior, personality, goals, needs, expectations, and wants, is what will drive your design forward. Keep all of these points in mind when you conduct user interviews next, and let us know if you find all of this information helpful. If you appreciated our content and found it helpful, like and share this video, and for more such content, subscribe with us. See you, bye!